Good evening, you're watching To The Point. I am Preeti Choudhury. The biggest story coming in from the state of West Bengal. 3 months short of elections and the fireworks have already begun. Well, not connected though. The Enforcement Directorate today raided the offices of IPAC, which is politically consulting with the TMC, where it comes down to the elections of 2026. It's a high-stake election. And the ED salute swooped in at the office of IPAC. But then what happened? Mamata Banerjee, armed with some of her guards, walked in through the back door of the IPAC office and was seen leaving with files. And the TMC calls this entire exercise a witch hunt, intimidation, while you have the BJP, the opposition in West Bengal, and the ED calling it pure investigation. So intimidation for investigation. Take a look.
The Enforcement Directorate on Thursday raided political affairs consultants, IPAC, and CM Mamata Banerjee walked straight into the center of the storm. The ED conducted searches at the residence of Pratik Jain, head of IPAC, which is managing TMC campaign for assembly polls. Simultaneous raids took place at the IPAC office in Kolkata. In a combative move, Mamata Banerjee rushed to Jain's residence while the ED operation was still underway. Moments later, cameras caught her leaving the premises, holding files, images that triggered controversy. From Jain's residence, the Chief Minister went straight to the IPAC office. As the ED search continued, TMC workers were seen removing files from inside the office, igniting a full-blown political storm.
ये देखिए, ये फाइल ले जाई जा रही है यहाँ से। ये फाइल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फाइल्स हैं, क्योंकि इस फाइल को लेके छीना झपटी हो रही है और ये फाइल फिलहाल गाड़ी में रखी जा रही है। आप देख सकते हैं, मुख्यमंत्री के आने के बाद यहाँ पर पुलिस के अधिकारी कुछ फाइल लेकर आए हैं। ममता बनर्जी के अधिकारी कुछ फाइल लेकर आए हैं। ममता बनर्जी के कॉन्वॉय की गाड़ी है जिसमें ये फाइलें डाली जा रही हैं। ये फाइलें निकाल ली गई हैं।
A visibly angry Mamata Banerjee accused the BJP of weaponizing central agencies to intimidate the opposition ahead of elections.
If I raid the BJP party office, what will be? What will be the result? They didn't have any guards. One side, the SIR case, they are deleting all the names of the Bengal people. They are using WhatsApp only. And because of election, they are collecting all my information of my party.
The Enforcement Directorate in a statement said the search was linked to a CBI case filed against Anoop Majhi on November 27, 2020. The ED alleges that a syndicate led by Anoop excavated coal illegally from areas leased by Eastern Coalfields. A large part of this coal was allegedly sold to Shikha Mukherjee group of companies. ED alleges tens of crores of rupees were routed to IPAC through Hawala route. The agency added that Hawala operators were also raided on Thursday. ED has accused Mamata Banerjee of taking away key evidence, including documents and electronic devices from Pratik Jain's residence. ED alleged that Mamata, her aides and police personnel removed documents from IPAC office as well. Mamata Banerjee called on TMC cadre to hit the streets, and party workers responded with protest across Bengal.
Our Chief Minister, head of our party, Honorable Srimati Mamata Banerjee, is fully justified in protecting the property of the party. Mamata Banerjee, as head of our party, is a tigress, and she has gone in and retrieved what is our property, what is our party's political property and political asset.
The BJP hit back sharply, accusing the Chief Minister of obstructing an ongoing investigation.
মুখ্যমন্ত্রী কেন্দ্রীয় সংস্থা সাংবিধানিক সংস্থার কাজে এর আগেও হস্তক্ষেপ করেছেন। নিন্দা জানাই, মুখ্যমন্ত্রীর বিরুদ্ধেও ব্যবস্থা নেওয়া উচিত বলে আমার মনে হয়েছে। সেই ব্যবস্থা তারা আইনের মধ্যে থেকে নেবেন।
In election-bound Bengal, the political showdown is nowhere near its end. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, so IPAC is the political consultancy consulting with the TMC where it comes down to the elections in 2026. But the association, viewers, between the TMC, Mamata Banerjee and the IPAC goes a long way away, and there is also a chord there with Mr. Prashant Kishor, who started IPAC. Many would suggest was a key factor of engineering Mamata Banerjee's win in the last election. Let's take a look on the association of IPAC's electoral role in TMC's wins. Way back 2019 to 21, Prashant Kishor leads TMC, complete image revamp, organizational overhaul, and lo and behold, the results were big in terms that Mamata Banerjee won the assembly polls of 2021 by 215 out of 294 seats. So just look at that. The seats the IPAC took credit for, along, of course, with the cult of Mamata Banerjee. Then 2023 Panchayat polls, TMC sweeps all 20 Zilla Parishads. IPAC once again consulting with the TMC. So this is Panchayat polls 2023, then Lok Sabha polls 2024. Mind you, so much was said that the BJP could eat away key constituencies from the India alliance, especially in West Bengal. And Mamata Banerjee had to be very worried. Well, the TMC did very well in the Lok Sabha polls in 2024. Then local body polls across West Bengal, TMC dominated Kolkata local body polls, municipal wards, and did very well once again with the help of IPAC. All right, so this is the association of IPAC, which was started by Prashant Kishor and the TMC. But is IPAC, viewers, the first political consultancy that has seen the ire of investigative agencies? Not quite. Well, if you go back, the IPAC was raided by ED now in 2026, of course, TMC's political nerve center. But let's just go back a bit, because there are other political strategists, political consultancies that have been in the eye of agency storm. Sunil Kunugulu, Inclusive Mind, raided by Cyber Cell. Remember, he was helping the Congress in Karnataka, especially DKS's campaign, and accused, though, of targeting BRS government on social media as well. So this was in December 2022, where he was targeted by the Telangana police. Then in October 2021, Naresh Arora's design box was raided by the IT department. At that point of time, in fact, it was Naresh Arora who was working for the firm of DK Shiv Kumar, helping in the Karnataka elections. All right. So this is where you've had political strategists, you've had other political consultancies facing the ire of agencies. Now, in all of this, there is a political point as well, which the opposition wants to make, many members of the India Alliance wants to make, that as polls approach, the agencies are activated and they start raiding opposition parties. If we go across, and what we've done is over the last 10 years looked into each election that has taken place, and we did find that very close to elections there was agency action, and mostly against the party which was either in power or not in power, but was the opposition to the BJP. Now, we are not trying to join any dots there. We are just trying to give you the information. So you've had in Jharkhand, we just showed you, you had, all right, so it was West Bengal, Mamata Banerjee, 2026. We are 3 months away from elections, and the political consultancy of TMC gets raided. Let's go back to Jharkhand, November 2024, income tax raids at premise of Chief Minister Hemant Soren. Let's go a little more back now. You've had Maharashtra elections, ED raids at Ajit Pawar Mill and cooperative banks. This was Maharashtra 2023. This was before Ajit Pawar put his lot in with the BJP. Then you had Chhattisgarh, August 2023, multiple raids at properties of Chief Minister Baghel's aide. And then let's just hark a little more. Delhi elections, May 2022. Aam Aadmi Party leader Satyendra Jain was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate. Let's go back now. You've had Tamil Nadu, April 2021. Tamil Nadu is up for elections again. So we are going back to April 2021, income tax raids at the residence of M.K. Stalin's daughter. Now, we are not trying to make any connections here. We are just trying to give you the facts, because in all of this is what the opposition says. This is a witch hunt. Come elections, the investigative agencies get active. All right, let's take all these questions to our panelists this evening. Joining me is Tauseef Rehman, spokesperson TMC, Shikha Mukherjee, political commentator, Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson, Bharatiya Janata Party. I'd like to begin with Shikha Mukherjee, political commentator. Shikha Mukherjee, what do you make of what we're witnessing right now?
I think it's the first punch in a boxing match, and with the ED having delivered a punch, Mamata has hit back, and I think this is just the start of the game. It's not game over. It's just the start of the game. Why did the ED raid? I think the timing is what is disturbing. The timing is what is making us all speculate, and the timing is when the SIR process is going on, and we all know that the IPAC has been sort of accused of manipulating the SIR rules, helping the TMC, figuring out what to do, how to get out of this jam. Having said that, there is the SIR, then there is what Mamata says is our party's documents. The data that she claims is there in these offices at the home of Pratik Jain, etc. And if she's walking out with all these files and making a sort of huge demonstration of the misuse of agencies, something that she has campaigned about in 2021, in 2024, and before, then it develops into a kind of it's one further addition to an ongoing narrative of the fact that the opposition ruling states are being victimized, being sort of intimidated, and there is a manipulation of perception going on through this branding of corruption.
All right. Okay. You know, also what's happened is that the Enforcement Directorate has approached the Kolkata High Court, where they say that Mamata Banerjee is trying to come in the way of investigation. IPAC has also approached the High Court, and the hearing is tomorrow. So that's on the side. But I want to go across to the TMC spokesperson. The charge is very clear, Tauseef Rehman. If there is nothing to hide, then why barge into the office where the ED raids are taking place, try and run away with files? What is it that the Chief Minister has to hide?
Good evening, Preeti ji. Preeti ji, I don't think so we have anything to hide. I mean, if there is something, the ED was responsible and they must be giving a show cause notice to Pratik Jain or to the IPAC office. I mean, at least a call at the Nizam place, but nothing happened. It just came back though. See, again, this ED is just following the instruction of BJP. Why these raids are always during elections, Preeti ji? The intention is clear to harass TMC, but they are daydreaming. IPAC is our office from where we plan our strategies, what they wanted to loot actually. I just wanted to know. I mean, this loot is what we're all about. Our strategies, our candidate names, so that BJP can harass them and blackmail them. Why such exercise only during election season? Basically, now BJP is scared seeing yesterday's Abhishek Banerjee's program at Itahar. They couldn't sleep all night. What is the success rate of ED, Preeti ji? Tell me about it. I mean, here's some interesting facts about Shah's private mafia. I mean, that is ED. About 98% of ED cases against the politicians were filed on opposition leaders. The remaining 2% are those who went and joined BJP washing machine. I mean, you take it as Suvendu Adhikari.
But then if there is, okay, so you can actually quote that conviction rate in your favor and say you've nothing to hide, come, because once again the ED can come to a notch and you can go ahead and use it politically. So why barge in to an office and try and take out files? Because that is coming in the way of investigation.
No, of course, those are strategy files. Those are candidate names. Why would I allow them to do? I mean, this is not a bazaar. This is not a mall
Okay.
that you will come anytime and barge into an office. That's a private office. IPAC is just not a consultancy company, but they are working with TMC. The whole world knows about it. But I want to know the intention of ED and why BJP is so much worried. Before giving a statement, before the coming a statement from ED, there was a statement from BJP. But that's a B team of ED or BJP. I just don't understand.
I want to bring in Tuhin Sinha
building.
into this conversation. Tuhin Sinha, and I'd like our producers to go back and this was just journalistic inquisition. We just took out last 10 elections across the country, all 10 elections. And what we found, Tuhin Sinha, was very interesting because 3 months, 2 months, sometimes 1 month before elections, some agency has cracked down either on the opposition party to the BJP or the party which was incumbent, which was not the BJP. I'm not saying there is anything behind it, Tuhin Sinha, but these are interesting facts that one needs to ponder about.
Well, good evening, Preeti. Good evening, everybody. Before, expanding or extrapolating to other cases, I think we must say. Now, ED was raiding 10 premises, 6 in Bengal, 4 in Delhi, with regard to the coal scam of 2020. Now, if during the coal scam, a certain Hawala network was discovered, money laundering network was discovered, and that network is supposed to have made payments of tens of crores to IPAC. Do you think IPAC should have been given immunity just because it is working with TMC? That's the moot question over here. We never intended to go after IPAC. It could have been the Hawala money could have been traced to an educational institute. It could have been traced to a hospital or whatever. But the fact is, if that money trail is important in the investigation, we need to get to the bottom of the case. Now, the point is, why is Mamata Banerjee so desperate? I think by her own lowly standards of moral conduct, what she has done today, has achieved a new low. Why would a chief minister run to the office which is being raided? And by the way, the papers which she came out with dates back to February 2022. Is she trying to say that February 2022 papers are linked to her present preparation? No, they are not. Conflict of interest. See, there is Hawala money which is involved in coal scam, and there is the same Hawala money which is possibly involved in IPAC funding by TMC. What is so? What is it that the TMC is not able to get it?
No, I'm not saying anything. All I was doing is I'm saying, if one smells a rat, one must investigate. But all we did, like I said, was we bought out the last 10 elections. Tuhin Sinha, I'm afraid there's a problem with your audio. We're going to try and connect it if we have time. I want to bring in Shikha Mukherjee back into this conversation. Shikha Mukherjee, what we are looking at, it may be a tad too early, but we are looking at a head-on collision where the investigative agencies are concerned and the TMC government. How does it serve the TMC politically and the BJP politically? Tomorrow, you have the IPAC going to court, you have the ED going to court accusing each other of trespassing and other charges. Go ahead.
Right. Well, it's interesting because if you look at the way in which the ED has rushed to court saying that their investigations are being obstructed, and they have accused the chief minister of abuse of power, it's going to be a free-for-all that follows. Let me go back to a point that that Tuhin Sinha raised. If Hawala money is being used by the TMC, then the raid ought to happen on the TMC's offices, not on IPAC's offices necessarily. If the ED has the guts, they should raid it. If they know how the money leads where, then they should do it. But
fair point. I don't have that much time. Ms. Mukherjee, let Tuhin Sinha answer that question.
Not going to be raided. See, the investigation follows its own trail. Don't obstruct it. That's my only limited point. And why is Mamata Banerjee? Mamata Banerjee's behavior has a certain pattern. Whether it is Sheikh Shah Jahan, whether it is the criminals involved in the RG Kaur case, why is she always seen siding with criminals? Is this
no? But Tuhin Sinha, I just want to come in here. No, Tuhin Sinha, just for the sake of clarity, where the RG Kaur case was concerned. Where the RG Kaur case was concerned, just for the sake of clarity, it was actually the CID that actually figured out who the killer was. And you know it. The CBI came out with the same theory.
why does she always tend to have a soft corner for criminals? You know, we have seen that in the Sheikh Shah Jahan case. For 2 months, she tried to shield him.
Okay, Tuhin Sinha,
Till
you
the
have 30
CBI
seconds.
got the better of him.
20 seconds. Tuhin Sinha. Tauseef Rehman. 20 seconds.
Preeti ji, I have a simple strategy. I want to know about the credibility of the ED. In the last 11 years, a total of 5297 cases were filed by ED. How many were taken to the court for trial? Only 47. So we are talking about the credibility. That this is why we have to interfere. Because even if ED is an independent body or a government
I'll say the same thing
they cannot make a ruckus out of it.
But Tauseef Rehman, I'm going to end with that also. Then I can say the same thing again. Because if really nothing has come out of all the time the ED has cracked down on the opposition, use it to your favor. Let them continue these searches. Let them come up with nothing. Use it politically. But having said that, we're going to let it rest. Thank you. Okay. You know, this is a story that is going to brew and continue. Tomorrow you have both the ED and the TMC and the IPAC, going to court. And let's see how that pans out. While Mamata Banerjee is taking out a march against what she says is a witch hunt by investigative agencies.